Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Evangelist. This is the third thing we're building tonight on December 30th, 2014, and it's megabloks. It's the claw assault set, and I'm gonna get the box out of the way because I got it all ready to go already, except for I dropped the instructions.
Aw.
I fixed it. As with the last VBuild Live, there is a little Google Hangout chat, and they're just asking questions. Corinne's reading them to me. That's basically all I'm talking about while I'm building this thing, which is good because otherwise I would be saying complete garbage nonsense.
Next, IDW Transformer figure you would like to see released.
Oh, probably Pharma.
Life-sized Metroplex. Would you live in it or not?
Sure.
Vangelis, any plans to review Make Toys Hypernovae?
I'd like to. I felt bad that I didn't. It's a good toy. I've got it actually like on my desk, sitting there. I just have to write a review for it.
An IDW Hot Rod would be nice, correct?
You sure?
I hope you aren't leaving soon.
Well, not until I'm done this.
Nope, probably at least another half hour. Do you own any Warcraft Megabloks?
I bought some of the minifigures because I was really stupid and was like, I'm going to get all the rare ones because I have a code list, and I did, and then no one cares, so it's just me and my little nothing empire.
Thoughts on Lego architecture?
It's really cool stuff. Very creative and really a different box to think in.
What Figuarts need a renewal version?
Oh, probably Master Asia?
Should I buy some of these COD sets? They're really tempting.
I like them a lot. You gotta treat them basically like G.I. Joe sets, though, because I don't really care about the games they're connected to. Not unless they do Kevin Spacey from the new game, then I'll be all into that. But
what are your thoughts on Mini-Mates?
I wish I was into them. I've gotten a few over the years, and I always found them kind of disappointing.
Favorite Starscream version?
Probably Armada.
Corinne, can we have a hug? Hug. There you go. Got your hug. Horde or Alliance?
Horde, definitely.
Has Vangelis heard Starbomb's robots in need of disguise, and if so, thoughts?
I don't know what that is.
Which combiner would you like to see Hasbro make after they've finished Superion and Menasor?
Well, they've probably already planned through 2015, so what I want doesn't really matter.
Thoughts on the Metroplex broken off at the waist in Fall of Cybertron?
I'm assuming the CG model was broken at the waist for the sake of render times, in which case probably it was for render times.
Can Vangelis say hi to Harry and Jack for me?
Hi, Harry and Jack. You got a stalker who's asking me to talk to you over the internet.
Beware! Did you go for that Megablock COD satellite? How do you feel about astronauts with machine guns?
I almost went for it until I saw that in 2015 they are just releasing a 5-pack of machine gun astronauts, so I'm waiting for that.
What about a new Agito?
I guess so, if they're doing a new Kuga.
Thoughts on the Tetsuya Nomura Batman Figuarts toy?
The crazy one with the big mechanical arms? I want it. It's so stupid.
Best AoE toy of 2014?
Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, probably.
Is Jam Project best project?
Probably. I feel weirdly jaded about Jam Project, and I think it's just, I don't know, because I'm a bad person.
You should come to London.
Okay.
Best Star Trek?
Next Generation.
Have you given up hope on Phantasy Star Online 2?
I never had any because I wasn't interested, but from what I heard, that's basically what you should be doing.
Did Vangelis ever play Asura's Wrath?
I did. I still have to finish the DLC episode.
Have you seen K-Pax?
I'd like to.
Do you keep up with Arrow and or The Flash?
My friends certainly loudly do, so I don't really need to. But I plan to someday.
What do you think about?
You know, trees, toilets.
Do you want a G1 Triptychon, or do you already have one to review at some point?
I don't have one, but I don't send me your toys, because I'll just disappoint you, I'm sure.
Was I stupid for not buying a $20 Triptychon at a flea market?
It might have been full of human sperm, so don't worry.
Is Aaron's eye twitching right now at your brick brand infidelity?
You know, I'm still trying to teach Aaron that there's a magic to the Megablock, and Megablocks. We're not indoctrinated or anything, though. I mean, like, you know, people keep saying, like, you keep singing that song, and I'm like, yeah, what song? We're not singing. You stop trolling us.
Oh, we missed a couple questions. Sorry, guys. What show would you give the magical girl treatment?
Oh, I don't know, X-Files. I'd love to see Magical Girls X-Files.
Have you watched the Garo anime?
I haven't yet.
Where did you get your backdrop?
It's a bunch of those Kotobukiya chain bases, mechanical chain bases.
You think Kamen Rider Mach looks like the Mach 5 from Speed Racer?
A little bit, a little bit.
The store I work at has Marvel Legends, Carnage, Spider-Man, and Black Cat, and I get paid tomorrow. Should I grab them, or would that be kind of scummy?
I mean, it's your money, you know? As long as you're not, like, snatching them out of the hands of children.
Why is the sky blue?
It's for scientific reasons. Basically, when Odin created the world, you know, that was the paint that was in his brush.
You know, Viking physics.
Yeah.
What do you think about KR Drive?
It's fine. It's clown shoes. It's fun.
Do you think Tim Curry should have a crossover figure after Kevin Spacey?
As long as it's after Kevin Spacey.
Okay, thoughts on I don't know how to pronounce Japanese, okay? Ichiro Mizuki?
Hirondo Kageyama.
Blah?
Fine voice. Fine voice.
Evangelion?
Yeah, I watched End of Evangelion. It's the only Evangelion I've seen is End of Eva, and I thought it was interesting when everyone turned into Orange Tang.
Who's your favorite Collection DX reviewer?
I like Josh. I'm old school. I'm a Josh man. I like the time he got his kid to review a Soul of Chogokin Leopardon.
How was your day?
It's alright. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. I found it. My day's even better. I found the piece I was looking for.
Yay! Do you have any dragon figures?
I mean, I have dragon transformers.
What would you do if you could make your own toy line? Don't say toilets.
I wasn't gonna say toilets.
Yes, you were.
Thank you. It would eventually have Shinsector in it. That's the dream toy I want to make someday. I really want to someday make a really good Shinsector toy.
What was your opinion on TJ Omega's recent O'Neill review?
It was interesting to see someone else, like, really go head first into that stuff.
Thoughts on 3-0 Commander Shepard?
I might get it, because I ran Van Shepard, who was a man shepherd, and, you know, it's helmeted, and I had a helmet in that game. I'm tempted.
Can you talk in the Transtech Shockwave voice for the rest of the build?
No.
I don't know what that sounds like. What does that sound like?
I need to hear it again.
Shockwave?
Yeah, I'm the official voice of Transtech Shockwave.
Oh.
True story.
Did you go for the alien reaction figures, or are you too cool for that?
I'm too cool.
Favorite secondary rider?
Oh, probably, I don't know. Off the top of my head, like, I tend to say Meteor because I think he looks cool, but, you know, there are cooler ones out there. I don't want to think about it too much because I got to concentrate on these studs.
Shout out for Biocore, please.
Who? Biocore?
Do you want a toy of that Starscream Angel design from the TF crossover?
Yes, I do.
Evangelion. Rocketeer Figuarts or Figma?
I'd like to see Figuarts take on it.
Would you like to see Hasbro or a third party make War for Cybertron Trypticon? I hated shooting him. The game model was epic.
Yeah, I'd love to see that happen. I think Planet X wanted to do it, and then, you know, had to reshuffle their plans and join the Dinobot race, sadly.
What version of Scarabus did you get?
I got regular Scarabus, and I got, what's his name, the black insecty, buggy one. I wanted to get more of them, but it was expensive.
Would you buy a new Agito figure with more hands?
It's Agito, actually.
I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that.
It's Agito.
Agito.
Agito. I'd buy a new Agito.
If it was Latin or German, I could pronounce it. I only took 3 days of Japanese, guys. I'm sorry. Thoughts on the next Sentai?
It has a great name, Ninja, and I love how many Americans only seem to go, like, somehow Ninja turns into a horrible racial slur in their heads, and I'm like, yeah, what does that say about your culture?
Are you hungry?
No, I just had a bite of a demented Snickers bar.
Does Vangelis fight like a Krogan and run like a leopard, or will he never be better than Commander Shepard?
You know, I don't want to say I'm better than a Krogan. I don't know if I'd be on the level of a Krogan.
Will Parker Dew see you at BotCon 2015?
I hope so. They picked apparently a garbage location from what I'm told by locals, but, you know, we'll see.
Have you seen Jeff? Alright, is it Chicken or Chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken's art? His AoE Dinobots are the most adorable thing.
I have not. I'd like to.
I think you taught me how to say that a while ago, and I forgot. I apologize. What property would you like SH Figuarts to pick up next?
Mortal Kombat.
Did you enjoy the Supernatural Con in Chicago?
Oh man, it was pretty sweet.
Worst Generations Transformers toy of 2014?
Probably the phablet, whatever it was. Friggin' stupid garbage phablets.
What are your thoughts on this year's new Transformers? Combiner Wars, question mark?
Kryn, what are my thoughts on Combiner Wars?
I don't know.
Well, they're alright.
Will you do more Tobot reviews?
Yes, I will.
Thoughts on current Bandai of America?
A lot of it doesn't interest me, myself. I understand and respect what they're going for. I've checked out other folks like Shuka and Shinobi's coverage of that stuff, and, you know, it just doesn't really grab me as something I want to actually spend money on. But I like the idea that they're taking these, like, you know, $70 to $80 toys and trying to crunch them down into $30 price points. It's you know, you gotta wonder what it's like in the toy development side there.
Do you decorate any of your figures for the holidays?
I used to put a hat on Godfire Convoy. I made a Santa hat for him.
Do you like Transmetal to Megatron?
Yeah, he's alright.
5-bot or 6-bot combiners preference?
6-bot is often more interesting.
Do you have plans to pick up MP Ultra Magnus or Make Toys Metroplex?
Oh, I wish I could pick up Make Toys Metroplex, but eventually enough $400 toys come out in the space of 3 months, you gotta have to make decisions.
Rent or Metroplex? Thoughts on the Power Ranger Legacy line?
You know, I wish it was better, but I'm not the target audience, so...
Should
whatever.
Ridley be made playable in Smash?
Of course! It's ridiculous he's not.
Will you buy some merch from PR Dino Charge?
Probably not.
How fab are phablets?
Garbage.
No.
They're garbage, that's what they are. Garbage.
Ever eat at a Five Guys?
Yeah, there's one in Toronto. I think it's overrated. Coming from someone who likes Holy Chuck and doesn't think that's overrated. I think Five Guys is over-friggin' rated.
Do you hail Furbus?
Oh, no, me and Furbus we're on equal terms. We're bros. I can't hail a bro.
Do you think Saban should give Kamen Rider a second shot? Should someone else pick it up, or should it remain as is?
I think that they should let the guys who did Dragon Knight have another go at it, because they had a really good idea of what they were doing.
Name 3 toy reviewers you would recommend.
Thew, and Collection DX, definitely, like if we're just going to call them one. And probably Leon Channel is another one of my favorites.
Our Cherry Pie.
Our Cherry Pie is pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts on the 2014 CGI Captain Harlock movie? It's on Netflix.
The Hot Toys look real cool.
With your newfound interest in Halo Megablocks, do you ever plan on going back and playing the older Halo games?
Nah, I watched some bits of them, and I just don't think it would be for me. I had my time with Halo, and my time with Halo is working the mic while someone else plays multiplayer.
Plans for more Assassin's Creed Megablocks?
They only made a few of them. I got the pirate ship. I wanna V-build that sometime.
Is Ridley too big?
No, he's not too big.
Would you ever want a third party to develop holiday-related accessories for your figurines?
That would be cool. I don't know if there would be a market for them. Like, that would lose somebody some money, I think. But I'd like it.
What are you building? I'm way late. Also, do you plan on reviewing the Shapeways add-ons for Hercules?
Shapeways add-ons for Hercules, no. I'm building a Call of Duty Mega Block.
How many times have you lost impossibly tiny parts?
Oh, too many times. But often I end up finding them, sometimes years later.
Do you have any plans to cover any of the new Masterpiece Transformers?
I'd like to. I feel real bad that I didn't actually do reviews of the Hasui cars, and I did posability sections for 2 of them in preparation for reviews, and I never actually did.
Have you seen the new Hobbit movie?
No, I'd like to. I saw the first of the new Hobbit movies, and I like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings stuff, so I want to give him a try.
Thoughts on upcoming Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show?
I hope it's good, and I really hope it's not just reminding me that Bruce Campbell is old.
What do you think Ridley's final smash should be?
He takes the last Metroid that was in captivity and makes the galaxy not be at peace.
Have you and Thew met, or are you just aware of each other through your work?
I mean, we talk on social media stuff. We haven't met in person, but we talk on Facebook and on Twitter.
Best third-party add-on set of 2014?
I don't know. I didn't get to mess with the DX9 armor for Evasion Optimus, but I assume that one's really good.
We're caught up on questions. Oh,
hooray.
Have you ever had any encounters with gold plastic syndrome?
Yeah, when I was little, actually, my G2, I think it was Air Raid, the one that was gold, just shattered in my hands. And I thought it was me. For years, I thought it was my fault.
Aw. Have you read any of Archie's Mega Man comics?
I haven't. I heard they were interesting.
So stoked to see a Thew and Vangelis connection. Thew freaking rocks.
Yeah, Thew's cool.
Yay. Thoughts on Star Wars 7?
I'm excited. I think J.J. Abrams has a good head on his shoulders. He sometimes, messes up like humans often do, but he seems to be a guy who's ready to accept his screw-ups and keep moving on from there.
Do you ever worry about breakage when reviewing your figures when you throw them?
Not really. Usually if I think a figure can't survive being thrown whatsoever, I won't throw it. When I think it's something that purports to be playable, then I, want to test it. If it's a review sample, I'm more ready to throw it than if it's something I bought.
Will you do a crossover review with Xeron?
Of what?
Could you explain the idea of the subtitles in your reviews?
They existed at first primarily because I was a perfectionist and I recorded and nixed like 4 reviews back in like '08 because I thought I did things wrong, so I decided I would just have something in there to call me out when I do things that I think I did wrong.
Favorite person to talk to online that you don't talk to nearly enough?
Oh, my back hurts because I'm hunched over.
Yep.
I don't know. Most any of the Brits, really. I don't see them often enough at all. Matt Burkett, I need to hang out with more. He needs to get the hell out of Arizona so we can make short movies together. That would be fun.
Do you and Thew alliterate together?
That's Thew's gig. Not I just chill out over here,
I like this question.
Uh-oh.
Are you going to further accessorize Soggy Ham Hawks McCanson?
So I am. I don't know with what yet, but I want to buy something for him every year, ideally.
I think he needs a Santa hat, too.
I want to get him a shirt, and I don't know what I want it to be yet.
I think it should have, like, something really dumb on it.
Or some kind of sick Hot Toys coat from, like, Captain Harlock.
Has ROTF Leader Prime taken any more lives?
Not yet. He's under lock and key right now.
Thoughts on Drift having Minicon gauntlets in RID 2015?
He does? That's cool.
Should I drop $200 on MP Ultra Magnus or the LEGO UCS Slave 1?
Well, if you really like Star Wars, the Lego is going to hold value longer and probably be harder to get, maybe? Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know. If you're not into if you're just wanting to get it because it's a big Lego set, then, consider that.
Have you ever heard of Fred Perry?
I can't find the parts this thing wants me to find. Fred Perry, no.
Do you remember Dionysus?
Yeah, I know. He's still around, Simon.
Are the subtitles meant to be a separate being?
Yeah, they're a collection of words on the bottom of the screen.
Can you do a review of the crew from Star Wars Rebels in Lego form?
I've almost bought that bunch of Rebels Lego stuff a couple times, and I've resisted because I have not watched the show yet.
Do you play GTA?
I used to, but Saints Row is so much better.
Scale from 1 to 10 on Iron Man figures. Deviltech, Marvel Legends, Figuarts, and Figma.
I hate thinking in 1 to 10.
Which one's the best out of those 4?
I don't know. I forgot what they were.
Should Maven of the Eventide review Kiva?
Sure.
Your favorite Hatsune Miku?
My favorite Hatsune Miku? All from me? It's Kalnika, of course.
Which company makes the best third-party headmasters?
I like the Function X ones the most, but I like them regardless of whether they're headmasters. They're just clever.
Any plans to review P.E. Warden?
Oh, I just dropped the instruction book. I'd like to.
What is your favorite scale for toys?
I don't know. Sometimes I like them huge, sometimes I like them small, sometimes I like them 6-inchy. It really depends on what the toy is.
Would you like to see a LEGO or megablocky version of GTA as a video game?
Maybe. I'd be more interested in just seeing more Saints Row stuff.
Would a Transformers tabletop game with itty-bitty transformable miniatures be something you'd like?
Maybe.
Your fave Dojin?
Dojins? Well, there's some pretty hot, from Gaim, there's some pretty hot ones all about Zack and Kaito getting it on.
Have you seen Egoraptor's War for Cybertron review? Video.
I have not.
What are building?
Huh?
I think they mean what are you building?
Oh, I'm building some Call of Duty Mega Block.
Any plans for Black Label Star Wars figure review?
I only own Darth Maul and the Sand Trooper, and I don't know if I'm ever going to own any more. Someday I'd like to write about my thoughts on them, though.
Your first Toku show.
It was Kamen Rider Z.O.
Favorite voice actor.
Corey Burton's a real good one.
Minecraft Legos.
Not for me, but I'm happy they're there.
What's your favorite toy company right now?
Right now, I mean, I like Hasbro a lot. I also really like Sentinel. Sentinel probably would be the one I'm the most fanboy for.
PC, Xbox, or PlayStation?
Does it really matter?
Favorite of your own reviews you've done?
Oh, I generally hate my videos after about a year or so has passed.
Will you ever make a continuation of the high price of the Final Death videos from a few years ago?
When the time is right and the resources are right and I know what I want to do, it will happen.
What's a Hercules?
I don't know. People keep talking about him. I think it's some kind of racist thing, what with all the crazy stuff going on in the States right now.
Aw. Would you ever allow the subtitles to review a figure while you comment on the subtitle screw-ups?
I think that people would be sick of that video after about 30 seconds.
You can make it 30 seconds long.
I think people would be sick of that video after about clicking play.
I think you just don't want to do it.
Yeah, that too.
Any thoughts on Avengers 2?
I'm excited.
Is Starscream the best Starscream?
Probably.
How goes your film career?
I'm award-winning.
What's he building?
The Megablock.
Vangelis, who's your waifu?
Shodan.
Shodan.
Have you seen Shodan?
I've seen YouTube videos of Shodan.
Yeah, that's right.
She calls them meat, right?
Shodan is so
She's the evil
cool.
computer. Let's see. Who is the best Gaim character and why is it Zack?
Because Zack just gets it, man. Zack is like all of our big brothers, all of our best friends rolled into one.
Have you seen all of Kaita and Amemiya's films?
I have not seen all of them. I know that I have not seen Zerum 1, and I feel bad about it.
Hercules or Heracles?
Hercules.
Which super robots would be in your lineup for a metal band?
I think I found the part I was looking for.
Yay!
I have to find the other one.
Have you ever heard of or played Five Nights at Freddy's?
What's Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know what Ah!
Who would Saki be a headmaster for, or vice versa?
Would who?
Saki.
Oh, he'd be Omega Supreme's headmaster, Ob.
Has ROTF Leader Prime ever tried to escape, and do you have any other psychotic toys in your collection?
I mean, it's all jokes. I mean, they don't come to life or anything. I mean, sometimes, you go to sleep and you think you hear a scratching noise somewhere in the house. It's not ROTF Prime coming to kill you. Just go back to sleep.
That's right.
You'll be fine.
Go back to sleep. Have you seen any of Kamen Rider Drive yet?
Kryn, what do I think about Kamen Rider Drive?
It's alright.
Yeah.
Why can't I stop sneezing?
Well, you gotta stop sticking the pepper up your nose.
What figure would you like Hasbro to do in Beast Wars?
Botanica?
Botanica! Aw, she was Beast Machines.
I know, but I don't care. It's my question answer.
Alright. Hey, aren't you happy that I knew that?
I am.
It's because Beast Wars and Beast Machines is pretty much the only Transformers I've seen.
We just finished watching Prime.
Yeah, we did, but I don't remember most of it. Favorite tire Kokan?
Did you say Tire Kokon?
I don't know.
Say it again.
Tire Kokan?
Oh man, she just said a Kamen Rider word. I'm so happy.
You have to answer it.
Probably Dream Vegas.
Will you review any of your He-Man figures?
I reviewed Skeletor. I got a bunch of other ones. I don't know what to do with them. I kind of want to, but I mean, I don't know if anyone needs to know more about them.
Diffusion or Henshin Justice?
I mean, I'm a little biased because Keith always brings me onto his show, but I mean, I check Diffusion now and then too.
Any plans to do more story stuff in your reviews?
I just did some Hercules, so there's something. I can't do it all the time though. I don't want to force it. That's what made me stop doing it for a while. And it does take me a while to do, and then I want to still get reviews out. I feel like that's still an important piece of the content. I want to balance it somehow.
Yeah. Writing storylines and stuff takes up a lot of time. And some people don't like it.
Yeah, and I mean, I have fun just doing it when it comes to me, when it feels like it's right. And when it's combiners, I like to do it. Even though I don't always.
Why hasn't Dr. Wu made a Kevin Sorbo head for TF Hercules?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Dr. Wu saw that lousy movie Kevin Sorbo was in where Kevin Sorbo played an evil atheist professor.
Would you want Five Nights at Freddy's figures?
I would. I think those designs are cool.
Who is Kryn?
Kryn is all of us. Kryn is what we are when we sleep. Kryn is what we think when we dream.
Favorite Masterpiece figure?
I think I like Wheeljack the most.
Favorite monster Godzilla has either fought with or against?
Gigan. Always Gigan.
If Kryn was a common rider, no. What powers would she have?
Well, you just shut it down before I could even answer.
I was just adding my opinion.
This table's slanted. Things are rolling away. Kryn would probably say it's space-time and fight for love and friendship.
Ugh. In your opinion, what is the best review you've done? I recovered. Move on, move on.
That was great. I don't know.
I like the Does It Float one. I like the mango one. That was a
that was
April Fool's one.
Real informative to spoke to a conversation.
Thoughts on the rumored new MP Megatron?
If it happens, I hope it's good.
Let's see. What two toy lines would you like to come together to make the hypest shiz?
Oh, definitely get Mattel and Jazzwares together to make the best Street Fighter toys we could ever imagine.
Streets of Rage 2.
Oh, you don't? No, Kryn, you don't want them near Streets of Rage.
Will we ever see balance?
Yes.
Are you going to get Figuarts Mashin Chaser?
I would like to.
Are you going to review Combiner Wars in 2 years?
Definitely in 2 years.
Are you going to get the third-party Ultra Magnus or Masterpiece Ultra Magnus?
Yes.
What comic-exclusive TF character would you most like having a toy of?
Oh, Rung is pretty great.
Can Vangelis do a Gerwalk mode?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you about it sometime. It's all about, maybe when you're older.
All right. Which company's toys have the best new toy smell?
It's a good question, to be honest. 3A toys do have a real good new toy smell, but Mad Toys King of Beasts had a real sick new smell.
Did you know that MMC put the Cyclops flotation test on their website?
I heard. That makes me real happy.
That's pretty cool. Would you watch a Guillermo del Toro directed Guyver movie?
Yes.
Do you wish you could inhale your car hood?
That'd be amazing.
I don't know if that would work.
No, Kryn, it would.
Are you going to review the soul of Chogokin Gao Gaigar?
It seems like I should, but I don't know. What do you think, Kryn? Should I?
I don't know. I'm just glad I knew how to pronounce it.
You did a real good job.
Let's see. I'm not Vangelis, but I'd watch a GDT anything. Thoughts on the Strain show?
Strain?
Tell Kryn Gerwalk is jets with legs and arms.
Kryn, Gerwalk is cars with heads and feet.
Oh. Are you into Naruto?
Oh man, I love. Listen, once I got my Crunchyroll subscription for unlimited anime, I started watching a whole lot of Naruto Shippuden, and really got my ninja on. And let me tell you, I know everything about Naruto Shippuden. Just ask me anything about it.
Are you and Kryn-chan watching the new TMNT cartoon?
We've started, and we need to pick it up again.
That's right, we did start. That was a while ago.
I know. I feel real bad because it apparently got real good.
We should do that. What would you like? Oh, what would you be like if Takara made a Super Nintendo Rodimus?
I would probably still be human.
Will that third-party Voltron ever get a wide release?
I doubt it.
What would you like to see in Pacific Rim 2?
I want to see more yelling of attack names, and I want to see something combine. I want to see them put more super robot into it.
Yes, that's what Pacific Rim needs. More robots.
No, super robot.
More super
You see,
robot.
what we saw in Pacific Rim was real robot, and that's fine. But I need more super robot.
What is Kryn and Vangelis' relationship?
Well, it's kind of like, how do you put it? The sun and the moon and the star-crossed and something. Basically, we're going to poison each other at the end. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Are you Dr. Wu?
I am.
Does Kryn have her own channel?
Do you?
Nope.
She doesn't.
Let's see. Have you heard about Boku no Hero Academia?
Now I have.
Fairy tale. Thoughts? Have you even seen it?
I love fairy tales.
You saw something similar to fairy tale.
Once Upon a Time is the best TV show on the planet.
No. Do you plan to get the SH figure arts for Naruto and Sasuke?
Well, let me tell you what, I don't need those anymore. I made my own SH figure arts for Naruto and Sasuke, not Sasuke.
Es tut mir leid. What are you building?
I'm building some of the megablock.
Science or magic?
They're the same thing, so both.
Yes, they're definitely the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same thing.
They're the same thing.
No. Do you religiously follow any webcomics?
I never actually... I always thought webcomics were cool, but I never got into any that hard.
Have you seen Rick and Morty?
I haven't.
It's a cartoon. I saw it. I was like, eh. I'm willing to see it again, though. I would watch it again. Combiner Dinobots. Would you buy them or not?
I mean, yeah, I'm not against the idea. I just think if you roll the idea out and you try to tell me it's amazing and new and clever, then I'm going to kind of squint at you for a while. But
Squint. Soul Eater, yes or no?
I love souls. They're great.
Do you have Planet X Neptune?
Yes, I do.
We are caught up on questions at this moment.
Hooray. What do you think of Naruto Shippuden?
I don't know anything about it.
No, Corinne, I don't either. Just roll with it.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
Well, we use our Crunchyroll subscription to watch it, right?
Think you will get the Sentinel Dino Getter figures?
Unlimited anime!
What would be your dream super robot?
Probably a dinosaur getter transformers. That would be pretty cool.
Have you gotten Combiner Wars Bombshell?
I have. He was on Corinne's desk today while she was working on stuff.
Have you played Cards Against Humanity?
Who?
The answer is yes. Do you watch Power Rangers?
I did when I was younger, and I just ended up liking Super Sentai more, and I don't hold it judgmentally against anyone either way.
Favorite Showa-era toku?
Oh, man.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Corinne, what's yours? What's your favorite one?
Do super robots dream of giant electric sheep?
Of course they do.
They do. I tried to read that story, but I should probably try reading it again. If you could get a robot arm, would you chop your human arm off?
Yes.
He would. He so would. Believe him in this moment.
Absolutely. I would join the new movement. I would embrace the new flesh.
The transhumanism. Do you play Minecraft?
I almost did, and then I didn't, and I still haven't.
What is your favorite Double Fine game?
Oh man, I really like Trenched.
Sword Art Online, yes or no?
Well, I guess if it's online, it's true.
Do you watch Linkara's History of Power Rangers?
I watched one or two of them, but I don't have a ton of interest in Power Rangers.
What character would you really like to see get a figure?
Master Asia would be pretty great.
Do you enjoy Broadway musicals?
I do. I've not seen many of them, but I like the craft.
When will you be reviewing Wave 2 from Age of Extinction?
I need to write that. I really would like to write that, so I'm not sure.
Wait, wasn't there a musical that you saw where they drenched you guys in blood?
Yeah, Evil Dead the musical. That was wonderful.
But it wasn't a Broadway musical?
No, that was a Toronto musical I was watching.
Oh, okay. If we got a Dinobot combiner, would you want it to be more like the Beast, an Energon Superlink style combination, or a more Gestalt Sentai styled combination?
I just want it to be unique, stand out, and not just be like, look, slag is a leg. You know, I want it to really speak to me somehow.
He's a leg. Are you going to review Galgagar, Furyu, and Rairu like you did with... Guys! Here, you read this.
No, I want to hear you...
Like you did with Hyoryu and Enryu?
You did those really well.
Thank you.
They're not with me right now, but I'd like to.
Corinne, what stuff do you do as a chemist? I'm actually not a chemist. I'm a biologist. And I don't like to talk about what I do online because I don't want anyone to find me.
I thought the chemists were biologists.
Eventually all science is combined into one, but
I'm trying to start beef
with
the chemists.
Alright. If I were to buy only one member of the Hercules set, which one would you recommend?
John Mad Blender.
The right arm. Is he the right arm?
No, actually, he's one of the feet.
Oh. Favorite AoE character?
I think I really like Scorn.
What is the largest Lego set you have ever assembled?
Oh, Benny's spaceship.
Favorite Lovecraft god?
The Cthulhu, of course.
Do you believe in Long Arm Prime?
I do. Even if the rest of you have stopped, I still do.
Have you listened to the Proto-Men?
I don't think... I think I've heard a track or two, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what I heard.
Did you see the Shia LaBeouf Cannibal musical?
I did. I thought it was fantastic, and I thought Shia LaBeouf's contribution to it was great, too. I feel a little bad for him in this whole scenario, and I think that was a really nice, like, topper to it.
Should Godzilla appear in Pacific Rim or nah?
No.
If Kevin Spacey was a combiner, which Kevin Spaceys would be which parts?
Well, Underwood would have to be the head. I mean, come on, right? Come on. It would be Underwood and it would be Underwood and Verbal Kint as the main two. Kind of like with Devastator having two leaders, it'd be the same thing.
Kryn, are you into Transformers? Yeah, it's alright. I like some of the cartoons, but I don't know enough about it to completely understand it. But I like when people tell me about it. But only the cartoons and the comics. The toys. What is your opinion on all the slag renames?
It makes sense why it happened. I mean, it turned out slag was a pretty terrible slang term for prostitute. And
really?
Yeah, it turns out. And in Transformers, since Beast Wars, slag has kind of been a cuss word anyway.
Yeah, I thought it meant like crap.
Yeah, well, that was after the character had been created. But, you know, with all that in place, I'm like, it makes sense to change his name.
Favorite guilty pleasure movie?
I used to have a really good answer for this, now I can't remember. I think it would be Chronicles of Riddick, although I hesitate to say if it's a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's a fantastic piece of cinema.
Mm-hmm. Vangelis, do biologists work with cybernucleic acid?
All the time.
All the time.
Look, I'm a doctor, and I know about these things.
Who is your favorite Dinobot?
I always like Sludge, because no one ever asks him anything, and he has lots to say.
What is your favorite Kamen Rider theme song?
I really like the double theme song. It's pretty top tier.
Gonna review SOC transforming Gao Gai Gai?
That's a good question.
Ooh, mysterious answer. What does Shia LaBeouf transform into?
Real sad news story.
A guy with a paper bag on his head.
A guy with some legitimate problems who needs some help.
Favorite Transformers character?
I don't know. I always kind of liked the twins from ROTF. They were pretty good characters.
I like Rat Trap. He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion of Scott McNeil?
Very entertaining gentleman. He has a cult following and is completely aware of it and has chosen to embrace it, and good on him. It's his choice.
Mm-hmm. Are you actually a doctor?
Of course I am.
Is Soccer Ball Droid best droid?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tendo or Kazuraba?
Kazuraba.
Tell me about Transformers Superlink.
It was a lot of potential, and then it literally pooped into its own mouth and put an end to all that potential.
Have you seen the Michael Bay Transformer?
That's a great reaction.
Well, ew.
Well, it did. It pooped into its own mouth.
That's how you get parasites, guys. There's your hint on what I do as a biologist.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Michael Bay Transformer?
Of course I have.
What is your favorite reboot / revival of an old, thing, as in movies, TV, comics, etc.?
Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated is possibly the greatest cartoon of our time that Krins needs to watch.
Favorite Transformers toy?
Probably the toilet.
Oh, God. Just say Omega Supreme.
I don't... That's predictable.
Oh. Can Vangelis answer questions seriously?
I am... What do you think I'm doing this whole time?
Thoughts on Chrome coming back in Transformers and then quickly leaving due to user input?
Thank goodness user input can have such power.
Have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
I have, and I wish I liked it more.
Have you seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I have not.
Would you like Sega to make a new console?
I would, but it wouldn't go well, guys. I mean, it wouldn't.
Vangelis, are you a toy collector?
No, that's silly nerd garbage. I don't take part in that stuff.
I'm sorry, I misread that. Vangelis, are you a toy doctor?
Oh, of course I am. I mean, that's professional stuff, and I'm a professional person.
Have you found any Combiner Wars figures yet?
I ordered them on the internet, so technically I did.
Would you get the Ronin Warriors figures?
I almost got into those when I was a kid, but I didn't.
Do you think the shift cars are adorable like I do?
When they started like rolling around and having complex relationships like Dream Vegas and Dimension Cab, then yes.
What would be your worst Transformers toy ever?
Whatever. I was going to say something about phablets.
What do you think of the Transformers video games? Any of them?
High Moons are great. They're flawed, but they're great. They are love letters. They are children getting the power to make their dreams come true, and it's real sad they only got to do it twice.
What is a good first third-party Transformer?
Well, pick one that you like the look of. There's a whole lot of them.
How do you type with boxing gloves on?
That's a silly question. How do you type with boxing gloves on?
That's referring to
something. I know.
Do you know what it's referring to?
I know what it's
Should Frank Welker play Megatron in the Bay Transformers, or what's your thoughts on Hugo Weaving's portrayal?
Well, it's not really my call. I mean, Megatron is now Galvatron, now played by Frank Welker. I think it's going a bit better. Hugo Weaving's Megatron was good. I think it would have been worth keeping if anyone actually got in a booth with Hugo Weaving to direct him. Unfortunately, that never happened. They always recorded him at a distance over the internet. They did not treat Hugo Weaving very well for that performance.
Is Hugo Weaving the guy who was in The Matrix?
Yeah, he was Agent Smith in The Matrix.
He said, Mr. Anderson.
He did.
What? I didn't know he was Megatron.
He was live-action Megatron in the first 3 movies.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a literally phoned-in performance that they gave him bags of money for.
Dark of the Moon?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You made me watch that, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It's not too hard to forget stuff about some of those movies.
Someone told you that you must... Oh, it's gone. I'm sorry. Write that one again.
I must what? Oh, God, are we all going to die?
It was some kind of movie.
Oh, God.
Just the questions go so far. So fast. I'm sorry, guys.
We're all going to die.
What do you think of Kamen Rider Mach?
I think it looks cool. What did I need to do?
I don't know.
Cran, this is important.
Is Dumbledore headmaster?
I don't care. Is there a bomb coming here or something? Like what?
No, it was about a movie. Should more robots have crotch guns?
What do you mean it's about a movie? What movie? The movie of life? The one where I get...
What do you think of Kamen Rider Mach's belt?
Is this something I have to do? I think his belt has a cool gimmick and a horrible voice.
Why do you love Darkhawk so much?
Because Darkhawk is the best Marvel character. It's obvious.
How much do you love Eli Roth?
I don't love Eli Roth. I don't like Eli Roth.
Do you think he's a piece of garbage?
No, I just don't really care for him that much, and I really don't like the way that I was supposed to see him as some kind of hero character in Inglourious Basterds. That was part of what ruined that movie for me. They kept trying to tell me, look, it's Eli Roth, the bear Jew, the hero. He has a baseball bat. I'm like, no, it's Eli Roth, the frigging cabin fever guy or whatever.
What's the thing everyone loves that you think is overrated?
I don't know. I mean, I guess Doctor Who, but I don't really think it's overrated. I just don't care to watch it all that much.
Alright, I think this is the repost. Someone told you that you must either rewatch Revenge of the Fallen or destroy your MP10. What do you do?
Oh, I'll rewatch Revenge of the Fallen. The opening 20 minutes are great, then I can fall asleep until Devastator.
What do you think about TF fans making suggestions for crap repaints in place of new original modes for upcoming combiners?
Wait, so we're the ones making the suggestions for them?
Are they listening to you guys?
I don't know. I don't know if they're listening to us.
Quinn, I'm sorry you had to see Dark of the Moon. I would be sorry too, but I don't remember it.
Dark of the Moon was better than Revenge of the Fallen, and a lot of people don't want to admit that.
Which is the one where Optimus killed the other guy? In Chicago.
All of them?
He destroyed Chicago.
Oh, that's Dark of the Moon.
That's Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of laughed at that.
That's part of
this.
That's part of the beginning of my legend of my movie Optimus Prime.
Did you see Cabin in the Woods?
We watched that.
We watched that together.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Did you like where Hasbro's taking the Legends class line?
I'm fine with it. I think it's kind of weird that they've ditched the partners, but I am assuming... So here's the thing I'm not sure. Are they still the same cost, but without the partners? Because if that's the case, that kind of is a bummer. I can't tell. Maybe the paint apps are better. I was thinking about that when I was looking at them today. I need to get more input on that.
Would you like to be a toy?
Yeah, then I'd be immortal.
Should Hasbro make a Generations Omega Supreme?
Well, they should. They probably won't.
What would you do if you heard a gashunk sound?
Probably go get my gun.
Do you ever plan on doing more things with Omega Supreme?
I do. He has friends for us to meet.
Your thoughts on MGO?
I don't know. I've watched some of his stuff and its toy reviews. It's there. It's part of the culture.
Have you seen...
Oh, you know what? No, I just remember. MGO sold me my Prime RID Ratchet, so he's great. Because I couldn't find that toy for the life of me for ages, and he sold me one. And I was like, hey.
Great. Have you seen the new Evil Dead movie?
No, I didn't, because it didn't sound like it was my cup of tea.
Should Omega Supreme be the headmaster for Omega Supreme?
That's silly. Why would he ever work with him? That guy stole all his thunder years ago.
What did you think of Age of Extinction?
I had fun with it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a great movie, but it was the most fun I've had with one of those movies, and it was basically, they were taking my fan fiction and turning it into a film, so naturally, with some bias, I quite enjoyed it.
If one Autobot had to die in TF5, which would you choose?
I don't know, they're all kind of scum, so I don't know, whichever one is unmarketable.
Do you like the Venture Brothers?
Yes, I do.
You have a gun?
No, I don't.
No, he's Canadian, he doesn't have a gun. Oh, yeah? No retort? Alright. Thoughts on the work
I'm busy assembling a small man's crotch.
I'm so proud of you. Thoughts on the work of Gen Urabushi? The guy who wrote for Gaim and Fate Stay Night.
Gen Urabuchi.
I'm sorry, I mispronounced.
Yeah, I mean, Gaim was great, and Madoka was great, and that's all I've seen of what he's done, so far it's great. Best
sound from an action figure?
Probably just a good meaty ratchet.
Probably Soggy McHamhawks.
That's not a sound.
What, doesn't he make sounds?
Well, no.
Did you do a voice for him?
He doesn't need to speak.
Do you think Alpha Bravo is getting a rotor repaint?
I am really sure that toy is getting repainted to something. It looks like a bunch of other Transformers helicopters.
If they do any more video game Transformer consoles like Mega Drive Megatron, would you like to see a Soundwave with a Game Boy Laserbeak?
That would be cool.
Let's see. Who would you like to direct Transformers 5?
Let's get the guy who did Ninja Turtles, because everyone thinks he's Michael Bay. So let's just lean into it. Just hand him the reins.
What would you be like if they made a toy line that was nothing but fully chromed toys?
I would still be a human being.
I would be all like, ooh, it's so shiny. But you wouldn't be like that.
No, I'd just be all like, you know, wake up in the morning, eat my breakfast, yay.
How much wood could Megatron chuck if Starscream stole his fusion cannon?
Probably a metric chuck.
Is Vangelis secretly a potato?
Oh, yes.
Are you Latvian? That's a potato. Never mind. What is your favorite episode of Candle Cove?
I don't understand.
What is your favorite episode of Candle Cove?
I'm not sure.
Your favorite toy of 2014?
That one over there.
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
It's up here.
He's pointing to me.
No, I'm not.
What do you think of those googly eye robots in Age of Extinction?
They were kind of cute. I was like, what are you supposed to be? You freaks of nature. You don't have the right to live. Aww. And then they got killed, so, you know.
Do you fish? Would you take Skybite with you?
I've always wanted to fish.
What is your favorite version of Shockwave?
But I'm actually really afraid of fish hooks. Me. I'm my favorite version of Shockwave.
Marvel Legends Nova, question mark?
I got Marvel Universe. I almost bought Marvel Legends Nova, but I figure if I'm going to buy anything from the Groot series, I may as well get them all, so I'm going to wait till they're on sale.
What Sentai or Rider would you like to see a 10 years later v Cinema?
Blade. Kamen Rider Blade.
Can you define metric Chuck?
Yeah, it's the metric version of Chuck as opposed to the Imperial version of Chuck.
Best incarnation Starscream.
I liked Armada Starscream a lot. Animated Starscream was great too, as was Prime. Those three.
I like it how his feet become high heels as time goes on.
That's right. Also, we're done building the claw.
Yay!
So we've built the claw. There's 2 little army men here, but this is the claw.
The claw.
This thing walks around and it's all like, hurry. Its legs move. Whole lot. It walks around, carries stuff.
Punches, knocks people over.
Knocks people over because it's clumsy. It's got room in its butt for things to go inside.
Oh my.
And yeah, I think this thing's kind of cool. Anyway, that's been another V-Build. We built some Mega Block stuff here, answered some questions. We might do another one of these before I head back home. But for now, the building is done. We're going to go back to the chat and do a few more Q&As. But for those of you watching at home, stay tuned for more V-Build Live or V-Build Dead. It all happens at the same time anyway, because none of us are really alive or dead.
Yay!